Hi, everybody. Dan D. Federicis from Saratoga Report. If I sound excited, it's because I am. This Saturday, the Saratoga Central Catholic, the baseball team, Spa Catholic as they're known, accomplished something they never did before, and they became state champions in Class C. And I'm here with Coach Lambert and three players that I'm going to put their names on the bottom of the screen. But I want Coach Lambert, first of all, to the four of you. Congratulations. I know you've been hearing this a lot. I never enjoyed working so much on a computer because I was updating your scores, of course, updating when you won, some pictures on Facebook. It was as distant as I was from all this. I was still so excited. I think the whole community, the whole city and beyond was so excited. And welcome to Saratoga Report, gentlemen. And Coach, describe your feeling today. Are you exhausted? Are you obviously you're still thrilled? Describe your feeling and tell us who we have here with you.
We're thrilled. I mean, these guys are champions forever. These guys have been working for this goal for the last 5 years. They are high-level baseball players. They take the game serious, and they are great student athletes. But they play multiple sports and they contribute tremendously to our school community. These kids played their Little League baseball on the west side of Saratoga uh, National Little League, and they were very established players back then. They all attended my baseball camp when they were young kids. They were just you knew that they were going to be star baseball players, and they have put up some numbers over the last 5 years, but now they have the biggest number, and that's a state championship. That's you can't, conversation ends, right? I mean, nobody in the state, only 12 teams, right? No, only how many teams end with a state championship? So it's 12 teams, right? 12 teams end with, no, 6 teams end with a state championship. These guys are one of 6 teams that end with a state championship and end the season with a win. That doesn't happen, So they played 28 games. They won 27 of them. And they outscored their opponents 305 to 44. Their team ERA is 1 point something. We had every guy, we had 8 out of 9 guys in the lineup hit over 350. I mean, it's just the numbers which are insane. But what's impressive about these boys is that when we got to that the state final game, I'll never forget this as long as I live. I'm at home plate with Hunter, and it's our last time together hitting ground balls. And I looked down. The first guy I hit the ball to is Ronan, and I looked at him, and it's like there was no nerves. Like none of our guys had. It's just like we're going to get this thing, and we're going to win this thing in commanding style. Not like, okay, we're just going to get by. They wanted to make a statement, and my God, they made a statement.
They made a statement. Oh my God! I got to ask you before we talk to the players for a second. When you knew these boys in 7th grade and so forth, did you allow yourself to dream? Did you see the possibility of this happening? What was your mindset back then?
Ronan was always a fantastic hitter, and he was a really good pitcher when he was a younger kid. And you could see the talent out of Ronan. When we were at camp, you could just see he could play multiple positions, and he was, he just had it. He had the it factor. Pierce it was hilarious because we would have these coaches fighting over Pierce on the draft pick for when we had our games in the team camp. And we had one of our alumni, Terrell Tillman, baseball player. He used to stack his team. He'd try to get like 4 or 5 of the studs, but he'd argue, I got Pierce on my team. So, he was the guy that could hit the home runs. And then you got Hunter here, who first day of camp was the first day he came to my camp was the first day actually he came into Saratoga Springs and Saratoga Catholic. He moved from, where were you? Texas? He was in Texas, came in, and his dad actually played at Broad Alban Perth, played against my teams in the early 90s. So we know of the program. He shows up. He's like slick. He's got all the, the gear on. He's got the perfect shirt on, the white pants. Like, this guy's a ball player. He's serious. So these three guys, when I won my 500th game, Ronan was my bat boy in my 500th game. So these guys, I have a connection with these guys forever. Okay. And it's just unbelievable. Now, Ronan, he has career 100 hits, 100 RBIs, 100 runs scored. Okay. Pierce,
wow.
Pierce is he's closing in on some historic records. He's got over 300 strikeouts. He's got over 25 wins. He won this 26th game. Okay. And he has over 100 hits. He's going to approach 100 RBIs. And you're talking Tim Stauffer area now. Tim Stauffer was a 30-game winner, so that's in the sights, right?
Right.
You got Hunter Fales, who I'll tell you right now, grit, hard work. You look at his face, and that's the face of our team. It's just determination, all that stuff. Over 100 hits, over 100 runs scored. Countless. He's a wall back there. I always laugh because when we play these teams and there's a backstop that's pretty far away, I'm like, advantage us, because he's just gonna dominate that game. His leadership with our pitchers is tremendous, and between Ronan and Hunter, I don't know, guys. How many guys have you picked off over the last, I don't know, umpteen years between high school and summer? A lot, right? At third base.
Yeah.
So these guys are just, we got three of the best baseball players in our history of our school. And the crown jewel, they're holding it. Ronan's holding the plaque. Ronan, why don't you show that plaque up there? That's
great. Can you get it closer? Yeah. Awesome. I saw, perfect.
That's
a little higher. Oh man, congratulations. Wow.
Yeah. You don't get
awesome.
that much. Yeah. That's just, they don't hand those to you. They don't hand those to you. And we had to work for it, but I don't think anybody could have beat us on that day. Our defense was flawless, and we'll get into Pierce and all that stuff, but I don't think anybody's beating us that day.
I'd love to ask Pierce. I'd love to ask each of them a question if I could, Coach, and start with Pierce. Sure. Pierce, you're on the mound. The pressure on you as a I look at it as an older guy and I think a teenager dealing with this pressure that God forbid something goes wrong and all of a sudden the score changes and so forth. What was going through your mind as it was, the seventh inning and so forth? What goes through your mind in such a pressure cooked situation?
I mean, from the start of the game, we just looked at it like another game. I mean, that's how we've been playing all year. So we knew if we played our game, no one's beating us.
And they sure did. You had a one hitter in a championship game. How do you? Is this a continuous high? Like are you just since Saturday? Are you just in a continuous mode of like, holy cow, we did it? What's been in your head since the end of the game?
We're excited we won. I mean, we knew that we would do it if we pulled through, but.
I love that confidence. Ronan, I'm going to ask you something about Coach Phonsey. You've been with him a long time. They say the best teachers, the best coaches are the ones that are tough on you. It's a tough love, but it's the love you need. As a player, is that how Coach Lambert was? Was he tough on you guys at times? How did this work out over several years?
Yeah, for sure. One thing that comes to mind is in the semifinal game. In Binghamton, we were playing Burke Catholic, and Kyle got into a rundown or whatever, and he was able to work his way out of it. And Coach Lambert calls time and runs across the field and gets in Kyle's face, and that was a good moment. And it might have sparked us a little bit of the 3-run 7th inning there. So
that's great. And Hunter, I want to ask you a question as a student there, because I mentioned I will have daughters going to Spot Catholic very soon. What does this mean for the school community? What you guys brought, the whole team brought the championship home, but it's more than just you guys, right? You brought it back to your school, your alma mater. How does that make you feel?
It feels great. You know, everyone here is so close. I mean, me and Ronan played on the basketball team. So all of our basketball teammates that didn't play baseball were just so supportive toward us, and they wanted us to succeed. And since we succeeded, they keep supporting us, and they're so happy we won. So.
And Coach, you know, some people refer to someone as spending a lifetime somewhere, but they often mean 25 years. You truly have spent a lifetime at Saratoga Central Catholic. How you're an alumnus from there. You've been there since you were 12 or 13 years old, right? And how does that make you feel that the school, this school, you guys represent the school? How does that make you feel having such 45 years of history there?
I said it. A lot of people sent me some text messages and emails, and a lot of mentors. And I said I was humbled. I'm proud. I'm grateful, and I'm blessed to have coached such a resilient group of guys like these guys. We got beat in a tough semifinal game last year, and I had to do myself some soul searching. And I was tough on these guys, but at the end of the day, I care and love these guys because I know how far they can go, and I know their potential. I know what each one of these guys brings to the table. I don't care what. Forever, we're state championship. Forever, we're a team. We won a state championship together. We're a family. I'm going to be, 20 years from now, I'll be pushing 80, right? But I will look at this team then as like, you know what? They brought to me personally the greatest achievement of my lifetime. This group of kids, they have no idea. These guys are just, they're kids, right? They're 17, 18 years old. They have no idea how much they have impacted my personal life, my coaches, the school community, and the community at large in Saratoga Springs. I mean,
yes,
the mayor's having John Goodson, the athletic director at Saratoga Springs High School, and Andy Cuthbertson, and my principal, Chris Signor, he's having us in the mayor's office to plan some event for the city with Saratoga High and Saratoga Catholic. That's not done. I've never heard of that.
I never have either.
I've never heard of that. They're going to do a special day for that. Reddy LaRue, the CEO of the New York State Baseball Hall of Fame, is having a dinner in August to celebrate Saratoga Springs High School and Saratoga Catholic on winning the state championship. Like, this is a big deal. They don't hand out state championships. And, I told these kids, they'll never be able to take that away from them,
Very, very much so. And I want you to enjoy the moment, but I do have you here, and I don't know when I'll have the four of you again. I got to ask, I believe, are all three of you gentlemen are underclassmen? You've got a future here, right? But tell me where you are in your high school steps.
Hunter.
Ronan, what year are you in?
I'm a senior.
Okay, you're a senior, so you're you have plans to continue playing baseball, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a college picked out yet or anything? Or
yeah, Oswego.
Oh, excellent. Pierce, I understand you're a junior. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm a junior.
Okay. You've got a year. And Hunter, where are you at in your career?
I'm a senior, and I'm going to St. John Fisher.
Excellent. Okay, you guys, Ronan and Hunter, you guys will only be 45 minutes apart, right? Right down Route 104. Oh my God, that's terrific. Coach or gentlemen, is there anything else you'd like to say to your fans, your supporters, your families? Anything else before we go here?
Hunter will say something.
I'm just happy that everyone supported us through this long journey that we've had, and we finally brought a championship back to Saratoga.
Pierce, anything?
I got nothing.
Ronan?
Yeah, it's definitely a good way to go out. So hopefully Pierce can keep it going next year, and we'll see, and we'll be rooting for him.
Excellent. Gentlemen, congratulations again. I'm really excited for whatever the city has in store.
Lastly, again, these three gentlemen were selected to play in the futures game. That's some of the top prospects in Section 2, and they're playing tonight, 5:30 at Joe Bruno Stadium.
Wow. Okay, folks. I'm going to get this on social media immediately then, so people know that, and I will get the word out. Excellent. That's terrific. Oh my God! Congratulations. What what intense, crazy, wonderful times, huh, gentlemen?
Yep.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. I will see you at the city celebration coming up. Apparently.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.